about to start talking now.
Some teams have this rubric. Some teams...
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Hey, welcome to our second annual, it's going to be annual Junior Robotics competition. My name is Doris Bigler. I am technology trainer in the district. I'm also over our makerspaces. There's fantastic, wonderful new makerspaces we have in every one of our elementary schools. I want to go over some housekeeping and some things with you today. Right now I'm addressing the parents, and then I'm going to address the children. All right, so first and foremost, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you guys for coming out and supporting these awesome kids. We really appreciate how much you guys have put into letting your students stay after school and then bother you about coding and worrying about batteries and things like that. We really, really appreciate it. I will tell you that we only say nice words inside our robotics competition. Please be courteous and patient with us. This is a new place for us. We are so grateful to the LRC for hosting us this year. We love it in here. We don't have to worry about getting out at a certain time, well, except for buses. But we really appreciate them hosting. We love the LRC. Parents, if you would need to go to the bathroom, there are bathrooms on the west side downstairs. That's where you guys may use the facilities. You may also buy things at the concession if you would like, but you are not, parents are not allowed on the floor of the competition. That's just for student safety, so we don't have people that are not certified down here with the kiddos. So, we want to say a great big thank you to our volunteers who are volunteering to judge, help set up, do the cameras, and all of those things like that. We could not do this if it wasn't for all these volunteers. Our commentators, our video recorders, our judges, our registration people, they're fantastic and they're giving of their time. So we thank them so much. And then lastly, we want to thank the teachers and the coaches for spending their own personal time, taking the kids, working with them, staying late after school, and tutoring them so they can learn how to code in robotics. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start addressing the students now. Welcome again. Thank you so much for coming. All right, students, are you guys excited? Yeah. Woo! I am so excited too. I've been looking at some of these robots and I'm just like blown away, blown away. You guys have so exceeded my expectations. This is fantastic. I'm going to go over some rules and some things. First and foremost, we are kind to everyone here, okay guys? If you see something on a robot and you think, man, that is so cool, how did they do that? I want you to go ask them, please. Okay? Make new friends. This is a time for you guys to meet kids from other schools, because guess what? In a year or so, you guys are going to probably go into middle school, high school, and a lot of these kids are going to be with you there too. So you can already have friends from other schools going with you there, okay? Guys, this is great. So make sure you go ask, talk to people, be nice. If you wouldn't want it said to you, don't say it to them. I don't think that's something I have to worry about with you guys, because I've been around to your robotics teams and you guys are some awesome kids, so I know I don't have to worry about that. Okay, I'm gonna go over like the, you know, every time you see a commercial over something, it has that like really fast talking, it has all the small print. I'm gonna go over the rules and things like that with you real quick, okay? All right, this is the dry part, I'm sorry. All right, If you are entering the build or engineering notebook competition, please make sure your notebook is on the judging table back in the back where you registered. We don't want to leave those sitting out because it has your names and stuff in it. We don't want any of your personal information getting out. So, engineering notebook, you leave at the front when you first came in with that really nice girl in there. She's one of our volunteers. And she would let you fill out the little judging paper. You leave it with her, all right? We'll be using 2 arenas, Arena 1 and Arena 2, and we will be going kind of sometimes at the same time, sometimes one then the other. I need you to be very careful and be listening for your team and school to be called. We have what's called the staging area, which is right here in front of me, okay? So while we have 2 people competing up here, we might call your team to the staging area. That means you're up to bat. You're next up on board, okay? So when you hear your team name, go to staging area, you know that you need to come here, have your robot ready, have it turned on, and have your little green paper that we gave you when you came in, because that's what we'll put the points on and give to our point calculator, all right? If you have not been judged for creativity yet, you will have needed to get a creativity judging paper from Annabelle, the person at the front, same one when you registered. She would give you that, put your team name, school name on it, and set it with your robot in the judging area, okay? So once it's been judged, the judges will move your robot over to the table on the side over there. If you see your robot on that table by the wall, your robot's already done and been judged, and you can go get it and bring it back to your area and work on coding, practice with it, whatever you need. All right? Everybody got that? Thumbs up if you got me. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? All right. Good deal, good deal. All right. When it is your time to compete, please place your robot. I'm talking about in these, when it's time for you to come to the arenas, you will place your robot in the green box. Your robot may face any direction you want as long as the wheels are in the perimeters of the box. That means inside the box. When the official says to start, you will have 3 minutes to complete the maze. Do you have to use the whole 3 minutes? No, you don't. You don't have to use the whole 3 minutes. We are not giving extra points for being quicker, but if there's a tie at the end and we need a tiebreaker, we're gonna look at how long it took. That's the only reason we're taking on time, taking and looking at time, okay? All right. For every scoring target that your wheel touches, these are scoring targets, okay? Got that? Everybody sees it? These are scoring targets. For every one of these that your robot touches, you get those points, okay? That one's 2, this one's 4. This is only at the very end. 2 is what goes throughout the course. Now, you got to see some little, what did we call these, Michael? Multipliers, thank you. I'm not a math person. Multipliers, okay? So we have 2 multipliers. The cube, okay? The cube is worth 1.5 extra points. So I say extra, it just multiplies your score. So if you land on the 2 or go across the 2 while your robot is touching this cube, you will get 3 points instead of just 2, okay? The cube doesn't have to touch the paper as long as your robot is touching the cube while it's touching the paper. Kind of get it? Like a chain thing? All right? So, if you have the sphere, my little earth, it's a lot harder to get, so you get a little more points for that one. Okay? It rolls off. That's why it's harder. If you are holding on or touching the sphere when you go, a robot goes across the points, then you will get the 4 points, okay? We have them marked on the tables with a circle over the high point and a square over the other one, so you will know. But don't worry about you needing to keep your points. Myself and Michael are going to be the ones doing the judging, and we will make sure we add up your points. And I know I said I'm not a math person, but I can add, I promise, okay? All right. Michael's a math person. So I want to introduce you. This is Michael Anderson. Everybody say hi, Michael. He has been fantastic, and he is the one who's helped design this whole thing, okay? So last year, it was really simple. You drove straight and came back, right? For anybody to remember last year? This year, it's a little more complicated, but it's going to be a lot more fun, all right? And that's because Michael is a robotics guru. He's done this many times. He's ran competitions, and he's judged many. So he's our expert. All right. Let me make sure I've gone over all the rules. Think so. Now, that's for the driving. It's the same point scoring system for the coding. All right? The only difference between the coding and the driving will be the table setup. We'll have one of those wood pieces taken off, so it's a shorter wall for coding. So we have our practice arena set up if you need to practice coding in between. The practice arena is set up to what it looks like for coding. All right? Thumbs up? We got it? I think I've went over all the rules.
Do we want them to be able to call time when they're coding?
So
that way they could get a better...
Michael made a very good point. When you're coding, we're still taking time. When you set your robot down in the box, you tell us when you're ready. We're going to say, okay, ready? You say yes, we're going to start the time. You push your button. If your robot gets done or gets stuck and you think, I don't want to run all my time out just in case, and maybe I've already got 2 points, you can call time and say, I want a time. We'll stop the time. We'll take just the points you have from there and add those up. You don't have to get all the way through to get points, okay? If you get through the first point and get 2 points and you get stuck, you still get those 2 points, okay? And if your robot's just not going and you're like, I'm just gonna have to run it down the time, you can say stop. That way you can have the short time with the 2 points. We got it? It's kind of strategic. We're giving you some clues. These are golden nuggets here, guys. Yeah. All right, everybody ready? Has everybody got their robot judged for creativity? I see a lot of robots that are already judged and done that can be picked back up. We're gonna start. We are gonna start with Carriage Hills. So if Carriage Hills team Strong Girls and Deadly Tigers of Terror will come up to the staging area and prepare. Those are our first 2 teams. Now, guys, be listening because our announcers and our commentators will be calling the rest of the teams as we go. All right, everybody ready? Everybody excited? I'm gonna need more than that before I can start. Is everybody ready? Everybody excited? Woo! All right, let's get started.
Folks wanting to interview you.
Okay.
And we'll do them up both at the same time.
Strong Girls and Deadly Tigers of Terror. This is our staging area. I need you at our staging area preparing for the contest.
And like we said before, hello, welcome to the 2nd annual robotics competition. I am your host, Mark Lowe, joined alongside with Eric.
Hi.
And Aaron.
Hello.
We'll be your commentators for today, and like we said, first up on deck we have Carriage Hills, the team Strong Girls, and then also the Deadly Tigers of Terror from Carriage Hills. So Eric and Aaron here are two previous champions of this competition from last year from Pat Henry. Is that right, guys?
Yes.
Awesome. So, just have a question for you guys. So how is the challenge different this year from last year?
Well, they added a new thing. They added a engineering notebook where you have to write everything down. And they, instead of just a race going back and forth, you have to go through a maze now to get points.
Awesome, yeah. Anything to add, Eric?
No.
Nope. So what was the competition last year, like you guys said?
Well, it was basically just like this, just less fewer people.
Okay. So how was the competition different this year than it was
Well,
last year?
there's-
Like, what happened last year is what I'm trying to say.
Last year, we just went to the mall, we raced, creativity, that was pretty much it.
Yeah, just a race then?
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so how many categories are there this year to compete in?
There is 4.
There's 4. Would you mind going over those?
Eric, do you want to do it? You've been quiet.
You've been real quiet, Eric.
No.
No?
Okay.
All right, Aaron,
Well-
what's the 4 categories that we're going for this year?
We have coding, we have driving, and we have creativity, and then we have the engineering notebook.
Awesome. Do you want to just dive in a little bit more on what driving is and coding and all those?
Well, coding's a little hard. You need to take your time out of your day, be focused. You have to be patient, unlike me. But you have to take time, patience. You have to know what to code it. And driving is basically like you're playing a video game, but it's real life instead of on a screen.
Yeah, okay. What about the driving time? Do you want to go over that one there? Like, do you want to dive in more into what driving's all about? Like, what makes a good driver? You're a gamer, so that just helps out. Awesome. Okay, and then creativity. Can we go over what that is?
Yes. Last year I did win creativity, so that was fun. But creativity is basically where you have to build your robot, add stuff to it, decorate it. Kind of like decorating a cookie, but instead of a cookie that's delicious and you can eat it, it's a robot that you can't eat and it's not delicious.
I'm sure it's still just as cool though. So,
Sadly.
how long does it take to build a robot?
We took 3 days.
You guys took 3 days last year?
Yes, either 3 or 2 days.
3 or 2 days, and you guys worked on this after school, right? You guys
Yes,
told me
after
like,
school we had an hour to do all of our stuff and then we went home.
yeah, okay. So, how big was y'all's robot? Like, what exactly did y'all go for? Like,
Well,
what was the strategy to win last
We
year?
had 2 different robots. Mine
Okay.
was thin but very tall. His was very wide but very short.
Okay, so interesting. So for racing wise, I can see how that will benefit. Do you think that's the same kind of strategy that these guys should employ today for the maze, or what do you think would look good going into the maze?
Well,
category
the
today?
maze, I feel like their robots should be small, fast, and good with stuff, but it should also have something to like drag around, to like drag the ball and the cube around.
Okay, awesome. Eric, what do you think?
Like a little claw.
Like a little claw, so like that way they can pick up the ball in the cube. Okay, that's fair. Awesome. Well, guys, I think we're about to get started here before long. Looks like they're still in the staging area. Just to recap, this is the Strong Girls from Carriage Hills and the Deadly Tigers of Terror, also from Carriage Hills. Cubes are worth 1 point. Spheres are worth 2 points. We'll go over some more questions. So, can you guys explain what the engineering notebook is and why is that important?
Well, the engineering notebook, it's where you can store all of your ideas and all what you did. And if you forgot something and you forgot to save it on your little thing, you can look back into your notebook and see what it is and put it back in. So that's why that's important. And it's just really fun to write stuff down and get stuff done.
Okay, awesome. And you mentioned that we have to, they have to write this down as they go along as well, you said, right?
Yes, they have to write down their coding and all that.
Okay, awesome. Let's see. So, what was y'all's team name last year? I think I already
I
asked you
think
guys
it
that
was
before the
the
show was over.
Jagbots. I was Jagbot 1 and he was Jagbot 2.
The Jagbots. How'd you guys come up with a name like that?
Oh, me and him didn't get a pick. That was our teachers.
Oh, that's your teachers. That's all right. Awesome. Well,
Because originally I was going to go with Pringle Man,
the
but
Pringle Man. Awesome. All right, looks like we have it going right now.
nice. Hey, that guy's a claw.
Yeah, that's a good strategy. Have the claws, so that way they can pick up stuff and put it inside the actual area. That way, whenever they run over it, they can get the extra points for that.
I'm going to assume a lot of the robots have claws to pick it up, but
Yeah.
he's trying to get you.
So what do you guys think matters more in a competition like this? Is it how good the robot is built or how good of a driver the robot is
I
being
feel
driven
like
by?
it's how good the robot is built because you need durability and it needs to be sturdy.
Okay.
So it doesn't like when you're driving it, it doesn't break when you're driving it.
Yeah. Eric, what do you think? Since you're the gamer and all, you should...
Yeah, you should know this, Eric.
Okay. Looks like we're about to get started here on Arena 1.
Who will win? Let's see.
Wow.
So while we're waiting, I'll go ahead and ask you guys, what do you guys think some of the best parts about being in a robotics club is?
Well, I mean, on these days you get to miss half of the school day, so that's fun.
Yeah.
And it's just fun building robots. It's because you get a new experience. You don't really get to do this every day. It's a new experience.
Okay, so I like being here because coding's my favorite thing, and I like building robots and stuff.
Coding's your favorite thing?
You just like fidgeting with stuff, Eric, and building.
Looks like we got some action going on here in Arena 2.
See,
So they're trying to push that sphere, get some more points on the board for them.
it's like playing soccer, but instead of on a field, it's a maze.
That's true. It definitely looks a little bit harder than
The cube.
what most people would think. Yeah, the cube and all that. Cube can just move straight up and down and side to side.
And
Sphere,
even if
however.
you have a claw, the ball it's still really hard because if it goes under your robot, well then that's not good.
Yeah, exactly. So they're trying to push that sphere over onto the 2 there. They've almost got it there. It's just pinned up against the wall, so it's going to be kind of hard to get that off unless they have a claw that they can use. I don't think I see one on it though.
But they said,
Looks like they pushed it in a corner. They could still chain it though.
Yep. And they can go back, I think, and get another cube if they had another one there.
And that's going to cross the finish line.
nice job.
Great job,
Bravo.
guys.
Bravo.
Working. There we go.
Eric, you need to speak a little more. You're being a little mouse there.
Oh no, you're all talkative in the pre-show, and here we are now.
Well, it's really been quiet.
Looks like we can probably go ahead and get the next people up in the staging area. Up next is going to be also from Carriage Hills. That's going to be the Techno Wolves. Techno Wolves to the staging area. So if you guys were competing again this year, what strategies do you guys think that you guys would employ for this? Like, what would you guys add onto your robots or not add?
Well, I would want to add a crane because we have to push stuff.
Yeah.
I would also want to build my robot a lot smaller than last year because last year it was like a tower with a face on it. So that was,
Tower with a face on it.
yeah, a little
Awesome.
weird, but
Yeah, that's all right.
Eric's robot, his robot would have been good, but another thing is our robots had little pointer things for the coding thing, so when we raced, it would push the button and it would just go back automatically. So I would say to take those off and just add something else instead, because with the little points and stuff, it may mess up and stuff.
Yeah.
I would add a little push. Because you're going to have to adjust. Are you going to take some off?
Yeah, okay.
until the next one.
So do you guys think it's more beneficial to have like a crane claw style, or is
No.
it be more like pinchers,
of
I
a
guess is the word?
scooper.
More of like a scooper, okay.
More of like an ice cream scoop.
Yeah. And so with that, I guess, how much time have these students spent working on the robots to add these kind of modifications as well?
Well, me and Eric started after Christmas break.
Okay.
Around, I don't know, but it depends when the school decides to start building. Some schools like to do start when they only have a couple weeks left, which is a reasonable question of a choice, but
Yeah.
it's their choice. So it just really depends on when the teachers want to start building the robots.
Okay. So you guys said you guys started after Christmas break?
Yeah, we started after Christmas break because last year the competition wasn't this. It was after Christmas break. It wasn't before Christmas break. It was after Christmas break.
Gotcha. Looks like we got some more action going on here in the practice arena.
Well, that is fun.
That's a nice little claw there that they have.
Yep.
And I'm going to assume that you're able to move the claw down and up. Yep. So it's kind of like an arcade claw, but
It looks like also, yeah, it can open and close its pinchers there a little bit too. So that'd be
pick
that.
up stuff.
Yeah, that's good for grabbing.
Very smart. Good idea.
I don't know if it can open wide enough to get the cubes in there though. It looks like it would mainly only be good for.
The spear.
Yeah,
which
spheres.
Is a good idea because spears are worth more points.
Yeah, exactly. Oh well, maybe. Maybe if it goes up and over, you think?
Maybe if it drags it along, like it goes up, over, and drags.
We'll see. Looks like they're getting kind of stuck there. It's all right though.
And Eric, remember, you're the funny one. You gotta speak loud. Not like a little mouse like you're doing. You can't go, oh yeah, hi. No, you gotta speak loud.
So with the practice arena over there, these little wood barricades, there's only 2 of those, so it's easier to move in and out of.
Yes.
More easy to maneuver around, as opposed to Arena 1 and Arena 2 that have the 3, I believe it's 3 wood barricades there. That's harder to maneuver around.
So at first I had no idea there was a maze. I just found out there was a maze 2 days ago. And
Yeah.
when I found out there was a maze, I thought it would be like a grass maze, like there's twists, turns. But no, this is a slight, easy maze.
Yes, it's definitely easier than I think most people think of whenever they hear the word maze. They're probably
More
thinking,
twisted
yeah, like
turns.
dead ends and all that, kind of
Yeah.
like a laboratory mouse, I suppose, with that kind of maze. But yeah, this is definitely easy. Just looks like maybe 3-4 turns. Not too bad. That's a tall robot. Oh, it tips over though. I like the idea
my
though.
God.
It's got arms. That's very interesting. Very
These
interesting
robots
approach.
are a lot better than last year's, I will say that. It's like
Definitely an
Wall-E.
interesting design. I like it.
It's like Wall-E.
If I say yeah, it's a Wall-E design from the movie.
Speaking of which, Eric, you gonna do your thing?
Oh, tips over again.
You don't know? You should know.
I love how
Pushes a cube. Oh, tips over back again.
And it
Knocks off the
takes
foam
little
barricade.
thing.
Loses a
They're gonna
flag
have
on
to
the maze
fix
as well.
flag.
It's really hard to get back in control, especially when your robot's already out of control. It's very hard to get back in control.
I'm just surprised that they can.
Oh, it's
that
Paige. She was there last year, Paige, and so was that boy. He was there. They were there last year, and Paige, the girl, went to church camp with me. So
Awesome.
I know her. So it's fun.
I'm surprised that they're able to get the robot to come back up. Honestly,
Probably because of
I'm
the arms. It's like elbows.
No, the sensor came off.
kind of like it pushes itself back up. Okay,
So I mean, that's good.
it crosses the finish line there.
Because last year their robot was very small and it had no hands and it was covered in yellow Batman duct tape.
Probably go ahead and get the next group up. Next up is going to be the Purple Parakeets out of Woodland Hills, unless they're already up there. Purple Parakeets from Woodland Hills up to the staging area.
Okay, well, Eric, since it's kind of quiet, how about you tell us a joke?
Ben, why did Skeleton go to Booty's lawn?
Why?
Because he had no guts.
Guts to do what? He had no guts to ask someone
No,
to go
never
home?
mind, no joke.
Or was he just alone or was he just quarantined?
Ooh, got it. All right. So why do you guys think there are so many more teams this year than last year? Because
Well,
last year you guys had mentioned that there's not a lot of teams. This year we have a total of 48 teams competing in all the events.
Last year, I think we only had about 13 to 12 teams. This year, there's probably more, because people saw it last year and it wasn't really a thing last year. It was brand new last year, so a lot of people didn't know about it. And then once they watched it, they were like, oh yeah, that's cool, we should do it next year. And a lot more people are doing it.
How many teams did you guys think? How many teams did you guys say that there were last year?
I think there was 13 or 12.
13. That's a huge increase from last year.
Yep.
Like
Yeah,
I
there
say,
was only enough people last year to cover and sit next on the whole wall, and then that was it.
interesting. That's crazy.
And there was only like 3 to 4 to 5 people in that one team.
Yeah.
If
So
they
like,
had more, they'd have to split it.
yeah, for sure. So like I say, that's a pretty stark increase from 13 teams of last year to 48 teams this year.
Totally.
Looks like we got some new groups coming up on the scene now on both arenas and in the practice arena over there.
I do want to say I am very appreciative about Miss Archie, the teacher who made us do robotics last year. Very appreciative. She is not doing it this year anymore, but she did do it last year. But she did not decide to teach this year, and she decided to do another job this year. So that was
Awesome, man. So what do you guys think, what are the judges looking for in the creative part of the contest? We haven't really touched base on that much.
Well, they are looking for stuff that's not part of the robots stuff. They want to see stuff that's like, last year I did fake eyelashes on it and I glued on eyeballs. And they're looking for stuff that's not part of the robots building stuff. They want stuff that's outside that you can get at like stores and stuff. They want it to be, they want it to pop out. They want it to be very, just different.
Okay.
Different colored tape.
Different colored tape.
Like flags and crap.
There you go.
We did flags last year on our robots. Well, I mean, we tried. It didn't look the best, but
She did flags, she did eyeballs.
I did
She did
eyelashes. Yeah, I was going for more towards of the creative thing. He was going more towards the coding. I was going for the driving and creativity. He was more going for the creativity. I mean, not creativity, coding.
Awesome.
Yep.
So we got some more action over there in Arena 2 that we're seeing on the screen now.
Nice.
Hey, Eric, since you couldn't do a good joke, I'm going to try to do a good joke. What's the first thing an elf learns in school?
What?
Alphabet.
The Arena 2 robot makes it to the finish line there.
Here.
Why did the skeleton not ask the girl on the date?
Because he has no guts. Either that or he's just quarantined.
So next up, we're going to go ahead and have the Robo team from Whittier come on up to the staging area. Robo team from Whittier, come on up to the staging area. What do you guys think the hardest category is to compete in? I mean, coding. I was gonna say coding because that takes a lot more time than actually
That
building
can
and
take about a
designing.
week or so just to figure out the basics of coding. So that's why you want to do it for a while to like just play around with it on stuff, and then you want to try to code it. And if it doesn't work, you have to do it and do it until it's perfect.
Yeah.
Which is
So
very hard.
you said you were on the coding more last year, or was that Eric?
That was Eric. He was more coding. I was more driving and creativity.
So Eric, tell me what all really goes into coding, because I know that's not a very well-known thing for most people. So what goes into coding?
Like there's different kinds of coding. There's 101 coding, which is ones and zeros, and then there's this app that we did. I can't remember the name, but that one we used. It's like you can change the speeds, and I was really figuring that out. I was trying to
Scoot over just a little bit there. We're gonna crunch up real close together here, guys. There we are. Just trying to make everything perfect here for you guys. This is looking like Arena 1 here. There's some more action there. That's a camouflage robot. I like that design.
No, that is very, very creativity style. It's very cute.
It's a very similar style robot that we saw over there on Arena 2 just now with the wheel in the front.
Like a motorcycle.
Yeah. I wonder, like, just because, like, that's, like, more uneven, I guess, on the front wheel there. Is that good for gripping, or is there any real purpose for that?
I think it's more good for, like, more gripping when you're driving, but not to, like, grip onto things, but to, like, get better grip to move.
Yeah. Okay. It's really interesting. I like the design, though. I love the camouflage. I think that's really good for creativity, yeah?
Some person did that last year, but instead of camouflage tape, they did Batman tape.
Yep.
All right, and they make it to the finish line there.
That is very good, very good. Hey, Eric.
Yep.
You want to hear another joke?
Yeah.
Let's see if I can remember one.
You're hot.
This isn't really funny, but it's more of a riddle. I can grow, I can die, and I can also be used like a tool metaphorically. What am I?
Dinosaur.
No. I'm not going to tell you till the end of the thing.
In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and ask you guys another question. What grades do you have to be in order to be in robotics?
You can be in any grade. It's more up to the teacher. You can be in pre-K, honestly, and you can still do it if you're in pre-K. It just depends on what the teacher decides.
And you guys started in what grade? You said fifth? Fifth grade? Has there been any younger grades, you think?
Yes, I've seen people in like third grade doing it.
Third
last
grade,
year. Third and second grade.
So they're in third grade and they're coding.
Yep.
That's insane to me.
Because at our school in STEM, the teacher usually gives you coding stuff to do, coding and all around third to fourth grade.
Okay.
I was having trouble with my other robot, the first robot, because I kept turning around and I pressed the stop button because my wheels were so once from this way backwards. And this big one fell out and then it started breaking.
Absolutely. All right, we got action going on both ends now. Looks like Arena 2 is on the feed.
Yep.
Similar design again, front wheel.
Very, very similar design. Which, I mean, that's okay. It's as long as it works good.
That is true. Got some action going on here on Arena 1 as well. I see some orange and looks like maybe a couple flags there.
Maybe. So, Eric, what do you think is the coolest robot you've seen so far?
That one over there.
Why that one?
Because of the longer wheel.
Okay.
Reminds me of
I like the one with the little hands that looks like Wally, I guess. just
The
taller.
robot one?
Yeah.
That is probably the most creative design we've seen today.
Today, yes.
This one's got the two little grippy wheels on the back end.
That's
And the two
good.
wheels. I guess that's
Oh, I think those wheels make you go faster.
interesting. Okay. I guess that does make sense. Yeah,
It would honestly be weird though to like put faster wheels on the front and slower wheels on the back.
yeah, for sure. I guess it makes it more maneuverable, maybe on those turns.
Oh yeah, just a little tip. Never put a brake on a bike on the front. Because when you're going super fast, you go.
Yeah, we had to learn that the hard way.
Yep.
Looking good in the competition so far. Up next, we have the Superbots from Edison and Thundershock from Edison to the staging area.
Man, imagine how like awkward it is just going against your own classmates. It must be awkward.
So you guys were the only team from Pat Henry last year then, right?
Last year it was only me, him, and his brother.
Okay. You and Corbin.
Yeah,
So did
Corbin
he-
cannot join today though.
So did each school only have one team basically representing them?
Well,
Kind of like Battle of the Bucks?
we originally had 2 teams, and we still did have 2 teams, but the other person that was on his team moved for the competition. In Battle of the Books, and this is very different. This is more like active and all of that. Battle of the Books is fun too. I've been in it once, so I mean it was fun, but it's very different from robotics.
I bet. And on looks like Arena 2 here, we have an interesting design. Very similar robot with the 4 wheels, but on the 2 back wheels, it looks like there's something poking out there. It looks like
Little poles.
little poles. Yeah, absolutely.
Those are the things that hold the wheels to the motors.
Yep. That is what holds the wheels to
So it
the
looks like
motors.
they used a little bit longer wheel.
Those are also going to be good for side.
Pushing it.
Yeah, for just running up alongside and pushing it along with it. The problem is I can see with that though is making your turns well because
Because if you get stuck, it's going to be very, very hard to get unstuck.
too wide or too short of a turn is going to get you caught up on one of the walls and could possibly break off a piece of that robot.
Which that would not be good.
That would not. Over on Arena 1, looks like we have some more action going on. I just see purple. What kind of robot is that over there?
I don't know. We'll see when it shows us the one.
We'll see who's the strongest robot standing after. We'll see.
While we're waiting for that feed, what are some of the major or important parts of the robots that have been built?
Oh, for sure, the brain, the motor, those need to be there. The brain controls it and tells it what to do, like
And
when
the
you code it.
sensors.
Oh, and the sensors. Because for coding, you need sensors to do stuff. 'Cause if you want it to push something and then go back, you need a sensor for that. The brain you need because that's what tells it to do, and the brain tells the other things to do it. So kind of like a human brain, but on a robot. And it looks nothing alike. And the motors, so it can go, and the controller. You need a controller if you're gonna drive, and you need an iPad if you're gonna code.
Absolutely.
So there's 2 types of sensors. There's one with a camera, and then there's a push sensor. But the push sensor, you hit the wall. But the other person that was competing in had a motion sensor to put it long range. So like sense like this far. But since my robot was bigger, I
It's hard to get it in there.
Well, it looks like they do have this sphere. They did have the sphere. I don't know what happened to it, but it is very, very good.
Arena 2 just finished up. That's an interesting design. Looks like a race car type style.
Yeah.
The green fender on the back. On Arena 1, though, it looks like they're trying to maximize as much points as they can get.
That's what I would do. It doesn't really matter about time because
That is true. Yeah, time.
you have 3 minutes to do it all, and you want to get as most points as you can, so there's no tiebreaker, and then they won't have to go off of time.
see look, they have the push sensors.
Yep.
On the back.
I see it, yeah.
Eric, what's one of the mistakes that we made last year? Very hard to remember.
We did put like little blue pins on the sensor.
I remember one. We were building the robot, and me and my team just got done. Me and Corbin just got done building it, and then we forgot something that was supposed to be inside the robot, and we had to take it all apart and restart.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I'm pretty sure it was the one gear that was supposed to be there.
Yeah.
So moving on to just more parts of the robots. What exactly is the brain of a robot? You guys have said that quite a few times, and can we just get like a little bit of clarification on it?
So
Like,
the brain, it's basically like a human brain. It takes in all of the knowledge that it knows. Like if you coded it, it goes into the brain. The brain tells the other parts of the robot what to do, what the code says. That's what the brain does.
Yes.
Man, Eric, all you've said today is yes, no,
I know.
yes, no.
another
maybe.
interesting design there on Arena 2.
Looks like an alien spaceship.
That does.
Alien spaceship.
There you
It's good for dynamics.
I'm an alien
So the other major part you said, the motor, correct?
The motor, yes. That
So-
makes it go and turn and all that.
So just like a basic motor then.
And a robot really does need wheels, or else it will not be able to go.
Is there like a certain strategy for the wheels? Is like 4 wheels better than 3 wheels, or like because
Yes.
like we've seen designs that
With
have
3 wheels, it would be very hard to place it, because if you only had 3 wheels, one in the front, one right here on the side, and there's no wheel, it would be leaning. And if you only had 3 wheels, one right here, one right here, one right here, it would tip.
okay. So kind of like that tall one that we saw at the Wally design, you know, like how it was more top heavy.
That's because it has a lot more stuff in the front and it's a lot taller. That is probably why it's more heavy than the other robots.
All right. Got some more action going on here on Arena 1 I'm seeing. Looks like a green design? Or a very similar design with a front wheel.
It looks like a basic robot, just a little more color.
Zip tie. Nope, wrong one.
They're going for the spear, so that's good.
They are pushing it closer to that multiplier, and that would be great for points. Let's see if they can get it though. It is pushed up against the wall, which is good.
Oh yeah.
They got it there. They're good.
And it's very fun to see the reaction of stuff. Like if they get it, they all freak out because it's such a big deal, and it is. It's a really big deal. It's very, very fun.
I'm sure, yeah, it's great to see all their hard work paying off today.
And it's very, very sad when they build it and all their hard work is doing it, and then it breaks. It's very, very sad.
Has that ever happened before?
I think it did happen last year. I think a part of the robot came off, and at the end they let us battle and smash the robots together
Okay.
after the competition.
Okay.
And a part of my robot broke off during
Uh-oh.
that, and we had to put it back on.
It just came out.
Uh-oh.
Place because it broke.
But I mean, at least it was after the competition and not during it. But last year, I think there was someone, this robot, who broke off during when they were racing.
A lot of groups crowded around that the practice maze over there. Hopefully we'll see them come on over to the arenas.
Yeah, last year we only had one table, and we had to use that for everything. Like, there was one table for practicing, and then there was one table for driving, and that was just the same table.
So this is more of a more open area than what we were
Yes.
looking at last year, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Perfect.
And when we had more breaks last year because we needed time to practice on the table, and we only had one table. So they did breaks after, and then we practiced for 5 or 3 minutes, and then they got back to it.
Look at the feed here, see all the
Last year, I
proud
think
parents
it
supporting
was
their children.
very longer.
Looking at Arena 1 and Arena 2, looks like we got some more bots in there. Arena 2's design over there looks pretty big from over, at least from my angle.
Mine too.
And there's a lot.
This looks like a little spear thing on top.
So what coding program do you guys use to code the robotics? Because I know
Well,
that
it's
they're...
very hard to pronounce, but I'm pretty sure it was Bebot or something like that, Bebot coding.
VR bots.
Yeah, VR bots.
Okay.
I think there was some other words, but there's one that's called VR bots.
Then there is one, I don't remember its name, but it's the basic coding thing for little kids. It has
VRcodes.com.
I don't know. I didn't really do the coding part. I did more of yes, you did. I did more of the creativity, and then when I had to code my robot, I had to get a little help from Eric, and that's pretty much it. Because he figured out how to make the robot go faster in coding.
So coding-wise, like you guys said, obviously it takes a long time. So how long did it really take you guys? Well, I guess you were more since you're the coder. How long did it really take you to get a hand on coding? Because I mean, I know I've tried it, and I could never get the hang of it, no matter how long I tried it for. So.
It took a little bit. It took like a day or so because I wasn't familiar with it.
It did not take a day because I remember it was the last day to build and stuff, and then and then the next day was the competition, and we were still coding on that last day.
I'm sure.
I was just adding
We were adding on.
because I wanted to do the lights.
I mean, it paid off. I mean, you guys won last year, right? So
And then we got third place in driving.
that's all right.
At least we won 2 trophies. It's not like these ones last year.
Oh, it's my dear sister in her Slytherin outfit.
So how many points can you guys get by just going through without any multipliers? I know they
Without
said
any multipliers, I think you can get about 24 points. 12 points, yes, 12 points.
12.
And I think with the multipliers, you can get up to 24 points.
Okay, so the cubes, like we said before, are worth 1 point.
And then the spears are worth
Spheres
2
are
points.
worth 2. And crossing over the green squares, that just basically adds 2 onto your points total,
Yes.
right? Yeah. And then you're basically automatically going to get 4 at the end of it anyways, just because, you know, crossing the finish line, you're right there. So yeah, 24 points is pretty much the max, and whoever can get that just like in the least amount of time, which is 3 minutes to get through the total course. How long did it take you guys last year to do the race thing? Like, what was that all about?
Like to race all in general, like at the competition.
Well, like you guys just had to go from one end to.
We had to go, it was the same thing, but we had to go one end from the other end and then back. And the first person to get back and forth wins. Yep.
Okay. And what was your guys' time? Do you guys remember? Or?
They didn't keep track of the time.
Oh, so it was just kind of obvious.
It was
whoever
just a race.
crossed. Okay.
And they had it at the same time. Not one, but they did it at the same time.
Yeah. Okay. So did your guys' robots like run into each other, or like were there like
I
separate
ran
lanes?
into someone once.
Yeah, me too.
Sadly, I ran into someone once.
That happens.
They restarted once for me because my code, I accidentally put it like tilted a little bit, so it hit the wall. And that's when my pins came out and broke. So I replaced them.
I think if your robot breaks, I think they'll like pause it and let you like fix it real quick.
Yeah, that's what they did.
That's what I was about to ask. So, like for like here, say like someone like gets pinned up against a wall, or like they lose a piece, they have the chance to go and rebuild their robot or to fix what they were broke, right?
Last year
they
they
can't add
let
on or
us.
anything.
Last year they let us. I don't know if they're going to do it this year. If it does happen, because there's a lot more people here than last year.
Yeah.
Last year it was only about like 13 teams, so there was like time.
That looks like a scorpion type thing.
Yeah, I'm noticing that. That has a little claw thing on the front that doesn't close, but it does have something on the back. So I'm going to assume that that claw on the back, you think, could reach over and grab something and then possibly pull it closer to them.
Yeah. It seems to be doing a very good job at the jobs.
It's perfect for cubes, though. The cubes can fit right in there perfectly, so that's... I believe they can.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can. It's just hard to get a good grip on it, I suppose, yeah, with like all the controls.
Especially with the wall there.
Oh, for sure, yeah. You can see it there. They can't get that one side around, so it keeps hitting right in the middle. Gets them trapped, so they have to keep backing up.
They had to
So-
keep backing up.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
And they finished with the cube.
Crosses at the finish line. There you go. I didn't see them hit the 2 though on that one.
They did
On the
not.
one, they did not. So that does kind of hurt them though. But they did cross with the cube, so that also is very beneficial. So what's the difference between the cube multiplier and the spear multiplier? We've already said cubes are worth 1 and spears are 2.
Spears are a lot harder to carry because if it goes under your robot, it will maybe flip it if it gets underneath and it gets stuck. Cubes are more easy because it has flat surfaces, it has flat faces that can slide. Spears rolls off, it can go whatever because it has no flat faces. So it's very hard to do that. And the sphere is worth 2 points and the cube is worth 1.
Looks like we got another claw one here.
There's a lot of claws, but
I mean, that's good. If they can close and actually trap one of the objects, so
like
like
an
a spear.
arcade claw, but
Yeah,
let's
exactly.
just hope it's not as hard to win.
Wait,
at
it looks like one of those
arcade.
snow shovel trucks.
Yeah, like one of those like little snowplow trucks. That's true, it does.
Either that or the construction site truck.
Looks like he's doing some field maintenance there.
Oh, I guess his little top came off
Uh-oh.
from his car. Oh, there we go. He fixed
What part came off, you said?
the little shovel part.
Let me see.
Looks like it got off a little bit.
Yeah, see, they'll let you like fix it. And I think they call times on that.
Nice job.
Yep.
There is another one over here on Arena 1, another bot that's on deck. Try to get a shot of that here for you guys. It's another big one. Also looks like a snowplow, at least from this angle. We're starting to see kind of a common design here between two different options, the like 3-wheel ones and then
There's the 4 wheels, and some only have 2. Like
That's a snow puck.
yeah, look at that. That's a good idea though for spheres at least, because
Yeah.
the angled cubes too. Yeah, you could probably get both a cube and a sphere in there if you really tried.
Yeah.
They're ready for it. Look at him. This is on Arena 1. He's going.
I would take
And they're going
I would take
for
the two
the
ball-
sphere.
the
Good
two
choice, good
spheres.
choice.
He's got it pinned up in a corner.
That may be a little hard. If they can wedge their little thing in,
Oh, I don't think they can get it though.
then says
Too wide. They could though be on the square and still touch the object that's off the square, and that would still count though, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would
As long
take
as their
the two
robot
ball
is
spheres.
physically touching the multiplier and it's on the thing, I'm pretty sure that counts.
Okay. Oh, it looks like he lost a,
Oh,
or not
looks like-
that loose at least.
Is he going back for the cube?
He is.
Oh.
He's got it. Ooh, maybe. Looks like he knocked one of his little claws loose there on the wall. Couldn't
Oh, I
turn.
can see it.
Couldn't turn quite fast enough. It's loose on that right side there.
It would be very cool for coding if you can like do it like it follows you, like it can sense someone and just follows.
Yeah, that would be cool.
That would be cool.
I'm sure somewhere someone's done that before.
I don't think with this, but with another like high quality stuff and all that, then yes, they probably have.
That's true. All right, he's gonna try to go for the other sphere there. So for driving, do they pass it around, or is it just one singular person that's driving in a group of 3?
One person drives it around.
Just one
So-
person.
I'm just going based off of what last year, because last year only one person can do it. Because last year I did the driving and Corbin, Eric's brother, did the coding. Well, all he had to do was push a button. I can see his little software claw getting loose, very loose.
That's the Smarties there out of Sullivan Village on Arena 1. We're moving right along here.
Oh no. Piece lost.
And they made it up.
Very, very good. They did it.
Nice.
It's an interesting design. I like it though.
Yeah. I was kind of hoping for them to get the sphere all the way around.
I think they could have if only that little claw
it didn't
piece,
get loose.
yeah, didn't get injured or
Or got stuck in
dislocated,
the corner.
whatever the I guess term is for the robot. But yeah, if that didn't pop off, I think they really could have gotten both the spheres and possibly both of the cubes across that floor. Seen some more action here on Arena 2. Looks like another robot there. That's an interesting design. Looks like another. That one's got 5 wheels. Looks like though, 2 wheels on the back and then 1 in the front.
So basically, like one of those motorcycles that have 3 wheels.
Yeah. We'll see how they do. They don't have a claw in their design, so they're just going to rely on pushing it.
Yep.
Well, like we said before today, this is a great turnout. A lot of
more
schools,
people.
a lot of parents.
Yep.
It's really good to see everybody come out together like this.
This is a lot bigger than last year. A lot bigger space than last year.
Oh, absolutely.
So last year we had the mall, in the back of the mall where this one store used to be and it closed down. So
That's
near
true.
the cookies and baking thing.
Oh, I know what it's at, yeah.
And
Got
then
some
we
gold
had-
designs on this one.
That's very creative and
They have the
pretty.
same design.
Kind of Christmassy almost.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is a claw on the front there.
If I had to build a robot, oh, it can open and close.
That's good. That's good right there. And it can lift. Oh, perfect.
So that is very
I
good.
should get extra points for being able to dump it off the sides if it can pick it up.
It's the same cube.
If I had to build a robot this year again for creativity and try to win creativity, I would build it like a Christmas tree and get like some sort of clay and build it like a Christmas tree. Just because it's Christmas season and there's supposed to be Christmas spirit.
Coming back over here to Arena 1, looks like we got another group ready to go. This one looks like it has an extended front leg, or front wheel there rather.
Yep. And Pat Henry's up. Well, Pat Henry's going, I'm assuming, from his shirts.
Oh. That one over there.
They've got it there, moving across.
And I did notice this. The Pat Henry shirts this year are a lot different from last year. Because last year our shirts for robotics said Jackbox and it had a picture of a robot underneath. This year it looks like just a basic normal school shirt.
Those are like next gen robots.
So what is that on the backside there, that robot that I'm seeing, that wheel thing?
Honestly, I have no clue because I haven't seen any
It
robots.
looks like a little toy.
It looks kind of like a wheel that you spin, but I'm pretty, but that's probably not the reason it's there.
I'm just wondering if that's there
Maybe
solely
it's just
for
there
design.
for like looks.
Yeah. If it's solely there for design, but it looks like it has like a little arm or something like that. It can go outward and extend. Could possibly pick up something, but this just looks like mostly just like a pushing kind of robot here. Which, I mean, that still isn't bad, as long as it moves the cubes and the spheres.
Yep.
Got another big group over there on Arena 2.
Always fun, always fun.
So is the brain this little light-up console I'm seeing on top of these robots?
Yes.
That's the brain?
And the motors are inside.
Okay.
Motors are right under the wheel. It's right
Yeah, it's
there.
underneath
Nothing
the-
has white tape on it, doesn't it?
Right underneath the wheel
It
there?
has tape on it.
Okay. Gotcha. And what do the sensors do again, you guys said?
Well, it senses stuff, and like ours had a sensor where if you pushed a button, it would go the other way. So if you censored it to do that, if you push the button, it would be the brain would tell the motors to go backwards.
Yep. And then across the front one, it'll tell it to stop.
Yep.
That's what I did.
And Eric, him being him, he had to make a sound with it when he got finished.
It went do-do-do.
Nice.
And hit the finish.
Does that go for style points, design points?
Oh, it has like a little bucket where it
Oh,
can
look
place
at that.
the-
That's interesting.
My thing is, if it gets 2 cubes or a cube and a sphere, does it count the cube and the sphere for multipliers, or does it just count the more points multiplier?
I don't see why it wouldn't count for all for.
Because I was talking to Ms. Bigler the other day, and she said I feel like it's only the greater multiplier that would count. But I have no idea.
Well, we'll see what they do here. That's a very interesting design though.
Very, very
On how-
interesting, especially because the claw can go back and put it in a little bucket.
Exactly.
It would be cool though if they could stack cubes and then get a sphere in the little claw.
They do have a sphere behind the cube there, actually. It looks like they honestly have room for another sphere or another cube.
If they stack the cube on the other cube, then I feel like it would have more room. But I feel like this team may win this. It has a sphere, a cube, and another cube.
I don't know what happened to the other sphere, but I feel like that could easily fit right there, and then they could just carry the other cube in the claw. Yeah, definitely. It's a great design, great work there.
Very good design.
Very, very impressive. Seeing Representative Daniel Pay here now. Coming to check it out.
They have a lot of teams for freedom.
Yes, they do. Like we mentioned before, this is a great turnout. 48 teams in total today.
Yep.
So, Eric, how was your day?
We're here on Arena 1 now. I'm seeing some more claws. Looks like another basket type, kind of like what Freedom had.
I honestly did not think that they would have little baskets.
Either.
I did not think of that. Very, very smart though. But the thing is, can their claw go backwards to put it in the basket? Or can it only grab like that?
I don't know if it can go all the way back though.
'Cause
It
that's
does-
what the other robot did. It went all
Yeah.
the way back to put it in.
I mean, just from like the design, like on the outside, it doesn't look like it can, you know, physically lift something back over. Maybe
Also,
the claw. in
the
the
little
back.
bucket thing, it looks tilted and doesn't have like a back. So I feel like if you put something in there, it would just fall right out.
I think that's more designed for cubes, like less than
Spheres,
spheres. Yeah, because I mean,
The cubes may be too big for them, though. The cubes are very thick, and that is kind of thin. Now they can carry the cubes on their little claw, yes. But this year it's a lot more chaotic. You can barely tell what's going on.
There's a lot of moving parts to this, but at the end of the day, one team will be crowned the winners.
Eventually,
Eventually, we're getting there.
we're getting there.
There's still been a lot of good designs today, though. I'm
yeah.
very impressed.
My favorite design is probably either the one that I said looks like Wally, or the one that can put their stuff all the way in their basket.
Yeah, that's my first favorite now. Put their stuff on there.
We'll just have to see if someone tops it.
You've got another big looking one over there on Arena 2. Perhaps another claw one. It looks like all the Freedom schools are kind of going with the same idea of having a claw of sorts and a bucket in the back, because that's what this one looks like.
Yeah, I went to the school with my mom to see and help them because I had to go. I had no choice. I'm a child. I can't make my own decisions. And there were like a lot of children because they probably have multiple teams. And I believe the school was either Carrot Schools or Freedom. They had like 10 children in there.
Get a shot here of Arena 2 for you guys real quick. So I'm noticing these trophies up here on the middle. Did you guys have those kind of trophies last year, or what did you guys get?
We did have the coding and the controller one are the same. Just ours says 2021. I believe those ones say 2022.
And smaller.
Yeah, the creativity one looks different, and the engineering notebook is the same. Well, we never had it, so.
They don't have a bucket on the back.
They don't have a bucket, but they do have a claw, and it looks like it can go up. So, quite possibly they could just avoid the walls altogether, you think, and just lift the spheres over the walls, maybe?
Or maybe just lift it so it doesn't get stuck when you're moving.
Possibly.
Then you would just have to drive through the maze.
I mean, yeah, eventually you'll still have to drive through the maze, but... And they just knock the sphere back to the other one.
Yep.
We'll see if they go back for it. Probably not. They will get that cube, though.
I wonder what will happen if they run out of time and they're not done yet. Will they just tell them to stop and count their points?
Hopefully next year they have it in middle school where I can do this. I got a great idea for this.
If I say you
I
guys will
really
get some
do
good
want
ideas
them
for this one, huh?
Oh yeah. I really do want them to have Battle of the Books in middle school too, because Battle of the Books was fun.
My vehicle's gonna be like this big, and then there's gonna be like an opening in the bottom.
I feel like if they do robotics in middle school though, they need to have like more high-tech stuff.
Yes.
I've seen some bots kind of clashing here down here by Arena 1.
Looks like older.
Yeah, they're getting pushed back. Speaking of Arena 1, we got another group there, another group from Freedom.
Yeah, they're like nice gem robots over there.
If I had to go through the maze with my robot last year, it would probably be too thick to go through the turns.
Looks like we're kind of winding down on the driving stage a little bit. Still a couple more schools to go from Freedom, Pioneer Park, Lincoln, and Cleveland. There is, looks like a snack bar over there, so if anybody's hungry. Over on the west side of the building.
Okay.
Speaking of which, Eric,
There's
what
a
was your favorite thing during robotics competition last year?
Coding.
Coding? Anything else besides coding?
And building robot.
Other than that, like during the competition?
Coding.
During the competition, other than coding?
Racing.
Racing. With what? Let me guess. Coding?
Yes.
Looking here on Arena 1, I'm seeing another claw looks like there, or a bucket of some sort. Just kind of got itself up on the wall there.
It almost just lifted itself. Oh my god, I got another idea. I'm gonna build a freaking machine that lifts itself up above the walls.
Anyway, speaking of, Eric, do you have any topics to bring up that's anything funny that has to do with some sort of robotics? Because I don't think we can just talk about school.
What did the code say to the brain?
The what? The code?
Say to the brain.
What?
Beep.
What is
So,
a
yeah.
witch's favorite meal? A sandwich.
So yeah, that claw there looks like it's coming from behind, kind of like a backwards claw maybe. You guys think that's a good strategy, or should it be more forward? Or
Honestly, oh, they took it off. Honestly, I think
Probably the
they
time.
should just go with whatever makes them happy and they think will win. So.
over here on Arena 2, looks like we got some more going on. Another forward claw and another basket strategy. We've seen a few of those today.
Yeah. You've seen a lot of claws, little scoopers, and a lot of baskets. What would be interesting to see is a whole nother design like that's never been seen on the floor yet. Now, that would be interesting.
Kind of like one of the Wall-E robots coming back,
Yeah.
yeah. This claw looks like it does grip and go back over, so it can hold on to something. Let's see if they do it here. Oh, they tried to. Let's see a better grip on it. It might be. Let's see it. They've got a grip on it. Yep, they're doing it there.
Yep.
That's cool. Ooh, landed unevenly in there. They can probably fix it though.
Man, this just reminds me of like a sports thing, but instead of sport, I mean, this is technically a sport.
Yeah.
Just,
Robotics.
It is a competition.
it is technically a sport, just a whole different kind.
Going backwards though, it looks like.
And I've been taking notes on some things. I've been asking a lot of people, do you think this is hard? Because they've never done it. And I said, it looks very easy. And I said, oh, they flipped the cube out of the thing.
Uh-oh. They might be trying to go for a spear. I think it could fit in there, but there is no support towards the front of that basket. So it could just easily roll out, but towards the back it looks like it could fit.
And they're trying to scoop it with their thing.
And they're just trying to knock it over. They've actually almost got it there. They can just maybe open up
And
that
now
claw a
it
little bit
seems a
more and
little
just scrape
stuck.
the wall. They
Seems
can
a
get.
little stuck now because it's on the wall.
They've almost got. There it is.
There you go.
Just got to cross the finish line and got it. All right, they did it. So driving-wise, what's like? I think I've already asked this, but how hard is it really to drive? Because I mean,
Well, I mean-
you could think like it's probably like a remote control car kind of thing. Like
Kinda like a video.
that's like what most people would think, I'd say.
Yeah.
But it obviously looks a lot harder than it actually is, or it's a lot harder than it actually looks. Is what I should say. Sorry.
Yeah.
What do you, since you drove, what's some like the strategies or tips that you have for these younger guys that are driving?
Well, a strategy is if you had to go back, don't lift your fingers to try to turn around. Just go straight and then back. So like try to go backwards if you're going back and forth. But that's not the case this year. And this year during the maze, I would say try to just go through the maze and at least get the points before you try to get the multipliers. At least try to get the own little box of points before you do multipliers.
Absolutely, and we're back over here on Arena 1 now, looks like. Looks like it's got stuck there. It's another claw basket one, kind of like the one we saw over there just a moment ago. Looks like most of the schools, their teams within the schools kind of all stuck to either one or two different designs. It's almost across the finish line. It's backing up though. It's going to try to probably take a cube with it, get some extra points on the board for it.
And this is just the driving part. We haven't even started the coding yet. Man, this just tells you how much more people there are this year. We haven't even started coding yet.
And just to kind of go back over the coding, can you explain again what that is? Like the coding.
It's kind of like, it's basically like the nerves of the robot. Like humans, we have nerves to go up to the brain, and the brain tells them what to do at certain points. Basically what that does, the coding, is basically like little messages that goes up to the brain, and then the brain tells the body to do it.
Yep.
And competition-wise, like what exactly are we going to be looking at with a coding competition?
Coding competition, it's going to be the same thing as just coding. So my thing is, it's going to be a lot harder because you're going to have to turn. Going just straight and back is very hard coding, so it's going to be very, very hard.
And grading-wise, do you know how they score that? How the judge, like what the judges will be looking for, coding-wise?
Coding-wise, it's basically the same thing. They're not taking time. It's just they're looking for which person got the most points, and if they need a tiebreaker, they'll look at time.
And functionality.
And functionality. What do you mean by functionality?
Means how good it works.
Can't say that correctly. Maneuvers. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, it looks like that's a pretty big one over there on Arena 2. I'm seeing like a flag or a banner of some sort. Did you guys see that? And then on Arena 1, looks like they're plugging up some more things there. Doing some last minute checks. Second annual robotics competition is going by surprisingly quickly. But yeah, look at Arena 2. Look at that. It's definitely got the height.
Big flag.
That's kind of what my height was last year, just a lot. Just mine was a bit smaller.
So do you think the banner there is going to add points on for style or decoration?
Yes, for creativity, I would probably add about a couple of points. But
What do you think would be better, like a banner like that with like your team name or like a color?
just
Like,
do something fun and creative that no one else did.
well,
That's what I was hoping last
I
year
doubt we'll
that
see
no
one quite
else-
like that for the rest of the day.
Yeah. 'Cause that's what I was hoping for last year, that no one did like the same idea as me. And thankfully no one did, so mine stuck out.
Back over here on Arena 1, looks like we got just seeing a bunch of wires moving around in there from my angle, but
Arena 2 looks.
the team's getting pretty hyped though. Looks like a claw from what I can see. A pretty wide out claw. Yeah, like the snow shovel one that we've seen before.
And it bounces a lot.
The coating should go a lot like. So that's fun.
I say we really don't have a. Well, we do quite. Not as many coatings as we do drives, but have a little wasp visitor here in the announcer booth.
I lost.
That's all right. Look at the hype coming from Arena 1 there. It's always good to see that.
Always good to see people having fun and smiling.
We've got some more going on over there on the practice arena as well. So, I guess like what I was gonna ask, decorating wise, you guys have said like before, you know, just something like that you really wouldn't see before. It's like we've seen like camouflage, you know, robots. We've seen the Wally ones. There's another banner one over there on Arena 2 actually. So, what do you guys think? What's the best decorated one that you guys have seen so far today?
Probably the Wally one.
The Wally one? The Wally
It's
one?
not very decorated, but it's a lot.
It's a different design.
It's a different design, yes.
So they're not judging based solely off of like what kind of colors and stuff you can put on it.
Yeah, they're going off of like design and how it looks.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, the one on Arena 2 is just moving right along there. Well, quite a few banners on there, a couple cards, decorated cards.
Going very smoothly.
Very, very smoothly. Arena 1, I'm seeing a crown on there. It's another interesting design. Another tall one, not as tall as the banner one that we've seen before, or that one over there on Arena 2.
Tallest banner was the other one. They're running with the tallest one.
We've got two teams named the Smarties I'm seeing here now. One from Lincoln and one from Sullivan Village. Arena 1's about to have their run go through. So you guys want the robotics team like this, the robotics competition, to move up to middle school next year, you guys said?
Yeah.
You think that'd be a good addition? Do you think
Especially because we have game designs.
yeah, you guys have game
Yeah, we
designs
have
down
game
middle school.
design and stuff. And
Actually, I
coding.
think they're doing it. I heard Mr. Atwood say something about it. Robotics stuff. So,
Are
We
there
also
robotic?
have a class that literally just plays video games.
well, yeah,
The esports teams?
too.
So are you guys involved with like any other clubs or like what?
I'm trying to get into science.
I was trying to go into chess club, and then I decided last second not to go because I'm already doing soccer. So
Yeah. A couple similar designs I'm seeing now on Arena 2 as well. Starting to see kind of like a banner sort of design pop up. Doesn't look like the Arena 2 one has a claw though. I'm not sure if Arena 1's does or not either. Oh no, it does. It looks like it. Maybe on the backside there, the robot on Arena 2 does.
that one's probably more like more outgoing, more like it pops out.
Oh, which one? Arena 1 you said?
Arena 2.
Arena 2. They're moving, attempting to move quite along there. There are 8 teams yet left to drive. It's looking like that's going to be more from Freedom, Pioneer Park, all the Lincolns, and one Cleveland. Looks like the one here on Arena 1 does have some sort of claw mechanic on the front there. I just saw it kind of move up. Didn't see it before.
Yep.
Arena 1 and Arena 2 are both done.
Speaking of which, Eric, do you have anything to lighten the mood? It's very quiet.
Yeah, we're keeping kind of quiet the last 30
Yeah.
minutes or so. What you
quiet.
seeing? What's going on in your
I'm not a talker.
Not a talker?
You were talking
You're a pretty
in
big
the-
talker at the beginning of the show here.
Yeah.
Already said all your best lines before we even went live, huh? That's all right.
Just think of new ones.
Well, we can ask some of the questions again for any new viewers or any people that are in the audience. So what categories are we going through again this year?
This year we are going through coding, driving, creativity, and engineering notebook.
The engineering notebook, and the engineering notebook is new this year.
Yep.
So going into that, again, what do you have to do for the engineering notebook?
You have to write everything you do. Like for coding, you have to write everything in your code. So if you forget something or you forget to save on your robot, you can just put it back in because you can just look in your notebook.
And
Eric, you really need to talk.
and coding wise, Eric, I'm gonna go to you for coding because you're the code guy.
Yeah, you're supposed to be the talkative, funny coding dude.
Coding wise, how long does it really take to code? We've asked that a couple times, and you know, I'm sure it's different for everybody. But you said you learned how to code pretty quick, like in an hour or so.
Yep.
What program did you use for coding?
VR.code.com.
VR.code.com.
I think it's just vrcode.com.
All right. Looking now here at Arena 2 and Arena 1, both Arena 1 has a parade style banner there, looks like. And Arena 2 has a claw. They've got one cube in there as of right now. They're pushing a spear along with the rest of them, though.
That is a pretty good idea to get the cube in the thing and then push the cube onto the circle to like.
That's the propeller robot that we saw earlier, it looks like.
The propeller does work, just I don't think you can make it fly.
You think that adds on to design a working
Yeah,
propeller?
a lot.
As opposed to one that, you know, would probably just sit there, I
Yeah.
guess.
Eric, what you doing over there?
Over on Arena 1 there, that parade banner one, excuse me, is starting to move the cube. That's another three-wheel one, looks like, though. Another three-wheel design.
Eric, do you think it's what is your thought about the engineering notebook and that they added a maze instead of it just being a race? What do you think? I'm gonna make you talk.
There you go. What's your thoughts on that?
I don't really know much about that engineering notebook.
Well, I mean, you know about the maze. We've been watching it for about an hour.
The base has 3 walls. And you have to pass the walls.
Here's another question. I forgot.
Okay.
So, what do you guys think there's so many more teams this year than last? We've kind of touched base on that a couple times, just noticing how much longer, like you guys just said, how much longer this has taken than last year, obviously, because that's, you know, due to more teams.
Yeah, last year we only had about 13 teams, and
Yeah.
right now we have, in the total of this year, we have
48 teams this year.
48.
What do you guys think changed in the last year to get that? Because I mean,
Well, last year was during
35 more
COVID,
teams.
so that didn't help. Because last year we had to wear a mask, and a lot of people were scared, and a lot of people were virtual. But a lot more people saw it. It was brand new last year, like brand new, never been done last year. So people probably saw it and was like, oh yeah, that seems cool. I'm gonna do it next year, or try to.
Absolutely. And looking back over there on Arena 2, I'm seeing some multicolored robots there. Looks like they're taking out a couple walls here on Arena 1 as well.
It's about to do the coding.
Looks like we're about to do coding, indeed.
Since it's a little boring right now, Eric, what's your favorite food to eat?
Has got them thinking now, don't you?
I like a lot of food. There's no favorites. Hey,
There you go.
Lost Buddy again.
Nope.
Wasp has come back to the announcer booth, just chilling out.
Okay, well, Eric,
We
what's
won't
your
bother him.
favorite movie then?
Spider-Man.
Which one?
Far From Home.
Okay. I don't know what that is. I don't watch it. But
Looking here on Arena 2 though real quick, I'm just seeing some multicolored bots now. And
it is going for the sphere, which is very good.
almost looks like a pirate ship style, if you look at it.
Yep.
It's an interesting choice.
Eric, what is your thought about this? How it's brand new? What's your thought?
I like it.
Did you like it better at the mall, or do you like it better here at the mall? Why?
Because it's smaller. There's barely any people.
And there was an arcade.
Oh yeah.
Spend most of your time at the arcade while waiting for your turn, huh?
No, the arcade was at the, like, when you entered, and then where we were at was at the end. So afterwards, we had like 5 minutes to play in the arcade.
I almost won.
I almost won an iPad, so it's fun.
That's almost.
Yeah,
Looking
I
at
agree.
Arena 1 here, looks like they're still setting up for the coding competition now. Means the driving time is almost over.
Then it's another 48 coding.
So now that we're about to move on to the coding and all that, after that is going to be the creative part of the contest, correct?
Correct.
And what are the judges looking for in the creative part of the contest? We've kind of already touched base, like design doesn't, I mean, like pretty much everything matters, but like design,
It doesn't matter
like, what's
really
the
about like
thing?
color. It just matters what pops out and what's different, and a lot of people don't have. Because last year we put these big circle things that look like eyes, and I glued fake googly eyes on all of it, and it made it look like an alien. And I wanted it to be a girl, so we got fake eyelashes and put it on the robot.
Perfect.
And last year, there wasn't this much like stuff. There was kind of just like the robot itself. There wasn't really much decorative stuff on the other robots. It was more of just the robot.
Alrighty. Looks like we're about to get the coding competition underway now.
Yay.
We're about to go ahead and send it back over to Ms. Doris to announce it for the coding competition.
And then we're almost done. Yay. All right, guys. We have pretty much finished up our driving portion, and we are now going to start our coding. So I need you to be listening for your team name and school name, because once you are called, you're going to come up and you're going to get ready to do our coding portion, all right? This is exciting, so be ready, be listening. We're going to be starting with
Little Miss Girl Power. For coding? Yeah. This is
Robot
coding.
team already went.
Little Miss Girl Power. Little Miss Girl Power.
Doing a quick mic check. All right, I can hear myself. I guess we're live. All right, guys. So like we said, we are doing the coding event now. Little Miss Girl Power is up next. Robotic from Whittier is already gone. Little Miss Girl Power from Crosby Park is going up next. And after them, we have the Crosby Crawlers also participating in that from Crosby Park. So one more time, explain to me what the coding event is.
The coding event is basically like the driving, but instead of controlling it, you have to code it, and then the code basically takes over.
So you're basically not going to drive it.
No,
You're letting it
based
just do it
off-
itself.
Basically, it's based off what your code is, and if your code doesn't work, then I don't think they'll let you change the code during it. So if it acts up, then you can't fix it.
And then so for the process of coding it, are they coding it right now?
No.
They already did.
They have to code it before competition.
And how do they switch it from, driving mode to coding mode? Is there just like a
There's
little
like
switch,
a little,
or is
there's
it-
like a plug-in thing. There's a wire. There's a wire that you have to plug in the remote first, and once that's plugged in and you start driving it, I believe you take the cord out and then you can drive it with the controller. And if you don't, you want to just turn off the controller and then you push your code button and you push start on it, and then it starts moving.
You can save your code on the brain.
You can.
So, yeah.
You can have multiple codes because last year it had like 5 spaces on there, and then you can save up to 5 codes.
I only put one.
That's all we were allowed to do. So yeah.
And then lost my train of thought, but in preparation for this, I'm seeing it move now on Arena 1. Are they also doing the point multipliers for coding as well?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay, so
'Cause
I'm seeing.
I feel like if they weren't, they would take them out of the thing. So. But I don't think
I'm seeing it
much
here on
teams
Arena
are
1.
gonna go for the multipliers unless it's in their way and they got lucky.
Arena 1 makes it through.
It looks like it has a touch sensor and hits the wall.
That's pretty flawless right there.
Oh no.
Over there on Arena 2 now, they've opened up
Very
some of
good,
the
very
walls
good.
there. It's very interesting.
I think it does it after
Okay.
a few seconds.
So it's like a Roomba almost, if you think about it.
Almost.
Yeah, except for when I'm back.
Touches some object and it starts turning the other way. It's really great, guys.
Yep.
Eric, are you happy your brother is not here, or are you sad?
I'm happy.
Or are you happy?
It's the first thing I can do without him.
I mean, he's your brother.
He wears my clothes. It's annoying.
He's your brother.
So Eric, for coding, this is kind of what you did last year, right? This is like what you prepped for, like. And so last year during this, did they have you guys basically code the race then? If that makes sense? Like, so like the racing, like how you have like the drivers and stuff. Well, like in this, I guess you have the drivers and then you have the coding process, which we're on now. Last year, what was it like? Did you guys have a driving portion and then like a coding portion? And you coded the racing portion. So, do you also have to code like the speed that it goes at, or is it just set
You
like
can-
at one
you
on
can-
max speed?
you can- It's set on a speed, and then if you figure out where it's at, you can change it by putting in a number.
Okay,
The original speed was like this.
so super slow.
And then
But if you put it to like
if you
1,000.
put 100, it's pretty fast. It goes like that.
Okay. What's the fastest you guys have gotten yours to go?
As fast as it can go is probably around 1,000.
1,000?
1,000. So it's probably like that.
1,000 is how fast you said? Probably.
It's pretty much like this.
Okay.
She took out the wrong block.
Yeah, she took out the wrong wall.
And we go on Arena 2. It's pretty nice. It's kind of angled though, I'm seeing. I guess they won't judge on angles as opposed to straight up and
Yeah.
down.
It's just pretty. Honestly, I feel like it's just pretty impressive just getting through it by itself.
I mean, I think so. I can, like I said, like I've tried coding before and I could barely even get the hold of it. We got some more going on here though in Arena 1. wonder if any of them are going to try to take the opportunity to go through some of those lifted walls, because we saw them at least on Arena 1. Looks like
They
did it
may
on Arena
have
2,
not
though.
known they were going to take some of the walls down, though.
They probably didn't. I didn't know they were going to either. But
Either. So they probably just thought it was going to be the same thing. That's probably why they put some of the cubes and stuff next to the broken wall to make it harder.
well done.
Yeah, Eric, you are going to talk. We are going to just ask you questions from now on, and you have to answer.
Okay.
You can't just be like, I don't know.
Why not?
What do you think the hardest category is to compete in, Eric?
Coding.
Coding? Why coding?
Because you have to do a lot of stuff. You have to change speed, change the wheel direction, which I did last year. And yeah.
And yeah? Okay. What grade do you have to be in order to do robotics?
Eric, you should know this. We already said this.
You said it like 6 times.
It's what the teacher says.
There you go.
Oh, we're back over on Arena 2, though. Got some more movement going on. Back to these designs again. These looks like just 3-wheel robots.
It has been about, we started around like 10 and it's 11:50. It's been around like almost 2 hours.
It's crazy. Time's flying by. We're already more than halfway down this competition.
Yeah. And then we just have to judge. And they also said they may not give out like the trophies or medals yet just because there's so much people. They may not get through it all today. They may just have to hand out like the winnings and stuff like another day, they said. Anyway, Eric,
What's up?
I just want to parkour up that wall.
Ah.
Anyway, Eric, what's your favorite competition besides coding?
None of them.
None of them.
Eric's all about the coding. Back over here on Arena 1, though, we're getting some more, looks like, well, maybe. Thought we were about to get some more going on.
Well, Eric, what is your favorite team name you've heard so far on the list?
But I say there are some creative names.
There is. Some make sense, some don't make sense, some is just random.
Honestly, for me, I think
It's
some
probably
of my
Potato
favorites.
Club. I think that's the name.
I think honestly, for me, my favorite team name that I've seen today.
Deadly Tiger.
I was thinking about that one, but honestly, it's kind of a toss-up for me. I kind of like the Techno Wolves. I think the Golden EXP is also really good.
My favorite is probably the Gucci Potato from Pat Henry.
That is also true.
It's my favorite school, and it's a really good name. But then again, so is Potato Club. Potato Club is very good. Sounds very good to eat.
It's just me and Aaron now for a little bit here. Eric had to step away for just a moment. He will be back. I think Falcon Robotics is also a good one. Side extraterrestrial, that's creative in my opinion for Pioneer Park. Not a lot of action going on right now. They're trying to move it along though. There's still quite a few teams for coding. I don't think there's as much coding teams as there were driving teams though. Let me see. We've got about 12 to 13 teams that aren't doing coding. Oh, look at the speed on this one here on Arena 2. Did you see it there? It was moving. So is that what you're talking about? Like how you can adjust the speeds while coding from like 100 to 1000, like where like the intervals are?
Yes.
Okay. That's like, because that one was just blazing through almost. I barely even saw it before it was out of shot.
I'll be right back.
We're back over here on Arena 1 now. Back over here on Arena 1, we got some more going on. Try to get an angle on that here soon for you. So it's been a very, very interesting competition here today at the second annual robotics competition for Lawton Public Schools. Back over on Arena 1, another fast-moving one, just like we just saw over there on Arena 2. It's already almost done. Got glowing lights on the back as well. That's very interesting. So teams, again, just have the choice. They can have the choice to compete in both the driving and the coding, or just singular ones, whichever ones they prefer. Got some more glow-up ones over there on Arena 2 that I'm seeing. Very interesting designs. Those will also all be judged here coming up soon after the coding time is over. We also have like a lot of creative team names today, such as, for example, the Sci Extraterrestrials, the Baby Sharks, Science L-Bots, or iBots rather, the Wild Intellectuals. Back over here on Arena 1 again. Back to the Fender robot that we saw earlier. Another very interesting design. And over there in Arena 2, we've got some more coming up. Another fast mover on Arena 2. It's also a glow-up one. I'm just impressed by how fast these things are moving just from coding. Whenever Eric and Aaron, our co-hosts, come back, I'll be sure to ask them about it. Looking now here at Arena 1, though, they're about ready to get started on it. Hopefully shouldn't be too much longer. Point-wise, for driving at least, Freedom Elementary for Team E has a score of 8 for the driving score and a time of 3 minutes. Team Deathmatch, driving score of 19, 2:24 is the time. Driving score again for the Potato Club is 17, driving time is 1:57. And scrolling on up there. Thank you to the young man scrolling up on the screen. We appreciate that. Coding times are starting to be entered into the system. You can definitely see a quick turnaround from the coding times as the driving times. Woodland, we'll start from the top. The Woodland Hills Purple Parakeets has a driving score of 14 with a coding time of 1:25. The Robo Team, driving score of 13, 1:21 from Whittier. Their coding score is 6, and their coding time is 13 seconds. In regards to Edison, the Superbots have a score of 14 with 42 seconds. Thundershock 12, score of 12 with a minute 34. Robo Scorpion score of 12 with a minute 32. Going on to Crosby Park, the Little Miss Girl Power has a score of 14 for their driving score, and driving time a minute 16. Coding wise, though, they have a coding score of 12 and a coding time of 38 seconds. Crosby Crawlers, driving score of 14 again. Their time, though, for driving is 56. Coding wise, score of 12 and 38 seconds. Moving on down now, the Bionic Longhorns, driving score of 15, driving time of a minute 6, coding time of 12, coding time of 38 seconds. Ridgecrest is up right now. They have the Mighty Hawks going. Their driving score was 16, driving time 2 minutes 37 seconds. Their coding score as of right now is 12. Still waiting on that coding time. Instant Karma from Ridgecrest as well. 14 seconds is their, or 14 is their driving score with 53 seconds. Ridgecrest, the Flying Dinos, 12 is their driving score with 53 seconds as their time. Team 24, also from Ridgecrest, driving score of 12 with 31 seconds. On to Pat Henry, the Pat Henry Legends, driving score of 12 with 33 seconds. The RBQs, driving score of 17 with 1:26 as their driving time. Gucci Potato from Pat Henry, driving score of 4, driving time of 19 seconds. Looking at the arenas again, we back over here at Arena 1. They just took their robot off. Over on Arena 2, looks like another fast-moving one. Looks like it's getting confused, though. It's going the other way. Perhaps they just meant for that to happen. Doesn't look like it's going anywhere. Moving over here to Arena 1, though. There's another robot coming on the scene. Over on Arena 1. For full scores, take a look at that board towards the back of the gym there. It's got full driving scores, coding scores, and times as well. After this competition, there will be a creativity one, where judges will base off the looks, designs, and all that on the robots. Looking here at Arena 1, looks like they're about to get started. We'll get a better angle on that for you. Arena 2 looks like they're bringing a robot over as well. Over here on Arena 1, though, they have it going straight for the sphere. It's caught up on the wall, makes a little turn there. And it's not stopping. There it goes. It's getting caught up on the wall there, unfortunately, on Arena 1. Can't decide which way it wants to turn. It'll get evened out, though. Hopefully it can turn it around. It's going to go the other way, though. Over on Arena 2, looks like we have something going on. They're taking the robot off Arena 1. No robots on any of the arenas right now. Moving steadily through the coding round, coding competition of this. Another robot placed down on Arena 1. This is a pretty big one. See how quickly it moves. The bigger ones tend to move quite slower, actually, as opposed to the little ones. Arena 2 also has one. It's moving pretty quickly. Took a little tumble there, but it's back up on its feet and it's moving. Arena 1's is almost done. It's got a light up on it, though. Arena 2's is tipped over. It's back on its belly there. Keeps running into the wall, though. Arena 1's is done. Looks like they managed to get a cube into the end zone there for him. The good part about the coding round, it doesn't take too long to finish up as opposed to the driving round with 3-minute time limits. Coding round, I would assume, also has 3-minute time limits, but it usually doesn't take that long. These students have put in a lot of hard work and it's all being paid off today. Seeing their faces light up with their success. Co-commentator Eric is back on the scene now. Eric, how was the lunch break?
Good.
What'd you have?
I had a cheeseburger
There you go. Can't go wrong.
and tater tots.
And tater tots. There you go. Back over here on Arena 1 now. Got another
Another robot coming in. Looks like we're about to have one going for Arena 2 as well. Wasp Friend is back in the announcing booth, moving straight towards Bello. And moved past him. He's good.
Nice.
So Eric, while you're away, there's been a lot of robots that I've seen have like a lot of lights on them. Do you think that's going to add on to the creative effect or creative competition that they're judging on?
Yes.
Looking at it now on Arena 1, they're trying to get it moving. On Arena 2, though, looks like they're about to get their stuff going.
Yep.
It is going. There it is. It's been stuck on a wall. I've been seeing a lot more of these later ones getting stuck on the walls.
Is this still the coding?
This is still coding, yes. They are trying to get past it. They're moving straight through it, though. They are trudging through this coding competition like it's no one's business.
Yep. Faster than a controller.
Faster than a controller for sure. A lot easier to control, I would assume, too, than to code it, right?
Yep.
Seen a lot of fast-moving ones today, too, but also quite a lot of slow ones. Some of the fast ones run straight into the walls, while some of the slow ones also just go into the walls. But I've seen a lot more slow ones take those corners a lot better than some of the fast ones have.
Like the first one we saw, the one that like hit the wall and then it turned.
Absolutely.
That was pretty cool.
So I'm wondering if one of these robots somehow happens to go over the wall. Is that still going to count? You think that's legal still, or do they have to go around it?
I don't know. Looks like a little wasp friend is sitting on the ground with there.
There he is.
Just chilling,
Maybe someone will come step on him for us.
probably.
Looking over here at Arena 2 now. They're about to get it going again. Haven't seen a lot of these robots pick up any of the spheres or balls, though, so maybe we'll start seeing some of that with these guys with the snow shovel and claw adjustments on the front there.
Yeah.
They've all basically just gone straight up the middle in between them and haven't really hit any more.
Yep.
And we're back now with other co-host Aaron. Aaron, how was lunch?
Delicious
What'd you have?
pizza.
Oh, pizza. Good choice, good choice. Back over here at Arena 1 now. Looks like they're about to start moving it.
Oh, I guess there's two wasp friends.
I was wondering about that. I thought there might be more than one.
Because there's one on the ground and one flying.
Yeah, I'm terrified of
Hi, buddy.
wasps. So if there's a wasp near me, I may run away.
Perfectly fine, perfectly fine.
Yep.
Looking over here now at Arena 1, they're starting to get it moving again. Looks like they just picked up a spear there. Maybe, possibly.
Maybe.
I don't know, it hasn't moved in a second. It looks like they're trying to get it to turn. Or it's trying to turn itself, rather, since it's the coding round.
And then after this, we have creativity, engineering notebook, and then we get to go home.
Final go.
So about
There it is.
another 5 million years.
They just rolled the sphere into the claw there. Let's see if they can get it to move, though.
It's moving slowly. Well, yeah, they don't want to lose it. Because then it would get stuck in the corner and then they won't be able to have it. Is this still on coding?
This is still coding.
Okay.
Over on Arena 2, though, I'm starting to see some fast action there.
They tried soda.
But here on Arena 1, just very slow, taking its time. Arena 2 is getting it, though. They're
Yep.
kind of knocking a sphere around. They might be able to get that in. Nope, just moved right past it. Couldn't get it. Can't make a turn, though. It's getting caught up
Still
there.
good.
It's still good.
Right.
Oh,
No,
Oh, don't fly off. I know we were talking
oh,
about
there it
robots
goes.
flying,
It's
but
almost,
it's almost, oh,
oh, not enough.
that was so aggressively
It's a firm grab.
Firm grab.
Back here on Arena 1, though. Not a lot more movement since the last time we were there.
I think why it's not moving, I can see the little edges on the little claw is scraping on the floor.
So it's not moving just because of the claw, you're thinking?
Yes.
Not a lot of action going on now on these main arenas. There's some stuff going down over there on the practice arena. Looks like they're starting to get ready for the coating event. As of right now, though, we are, I would say, probably halfway through the coating round. I've seen a lot of good, fast-moving ones. Seen a lot of not so fast-moving ones. Some that have ran into the walls too.
Yay, it's almost done, and then I get to go home and sleep, and then it's the weekend.
It is almost the weekend. Thankfully, it is Friday. We are almost there, everybody.
If you drink water, put it away. Don't have it on top.
So what do you guys think are some of the best parts about being in a robotics club? I mean, elementary school-wise, I guess, they really don't have clubs, I'd say. So, as of right now, like, what do you guys think is the best part about being in a robotics
well,
club?
usually I would say getting out of school for almost the whole day. But I'm gonna say a different answer. Probably it's because you get to have fun, make new friends. It's just fun.
Eric, what do you think?
Coding.
I think we already knew that. Anyway,
What else about coding? Or anything other than coding? What else would you say? What do you like about being in a robotics club?
Coding.
Former champion Eric likes coding.
Okay, but he's saying that. What it is
even though he never really does it at school, and he's I'm not gonna throw his grades out there, but
Okay, I need you to create the sonic.
he can do better.
So this is the creative.
I am 3Ds and I'm already going up.
3 points on top. I have these with the top 3 points on top of all of them. Vote
Looks like we're
for
just about done here.
and whichever one has
Just
the most
about.
points here, the top 3. Yes, and then go from that end.
Nice robot design there from Freedom
Eric.
Elementary.
In your own opinion, who is your favorite robot builder? Not here, but just in general. Like, it can be anyone in the world who's built a robot.
Jeffrey Bezos.
Yeah, Jeffrey Bezos.
I'm sure Bezos has built a robot before. Speaking of robots, they're bringing one over to Arena 1, looks like. Maybe?
Maybe.
We'll see. And over there at Arena 2, I'm seeing a light up one with a crown again.
I thought you were supposed to be the wrist, not here.
No, it's on the other.
This means you're trying to
Been a pretty eventful day here at the LRC. Oh, there we go. We're starting to get it now on Arena 1.
pretty fun stuff, I guess you could say.
Could be
Well,
worse.
Very different.
Could be in school.
They're setting the walls back up.
I'd rather be here.
What are they doing?
Nowhere else I'd rather be.
Are they going to do the competition with walls on there now?
I have no idea. Eric, would you rather be here or at school?
School.
Really? Why?
I don't know how long this is going to be.
Oh yeah, this is also the last day for you to get your grades up, so I mean, benefits the doubt.
Looks like over here on Arena 1 and 2, about to have them start going on Arena 2. That's the crown design one we've seen earlier. On Arena 1, looks like one of the basic ones. Nothing wrong with that at all. It can still move just as
good,
fast.
sturdy, and reliable.
Good, sturdy, and reliable. There you go. And we're going to start moving on Arena 2. It's moving pretty fast there.
Yeah, it's not hitting the walls yet.
Hasn't hit a wall yet, you're right. And over there on Arena 1 as well. It's starting to move.
And it's bringing the spear with it.
And it is. It's getting turned the right way and stuff. Wasp friend is back in the booth.
I wouldn't really call it.
Well done on Arena
French.
2 there. Arena 1 as well, it's starting to move. It's actually picking up. Oh, they're driving.
Picking up speed.
I was about to say, that's a really smart robot for it being coded.
Especially for it to go backwards.
They're getting it there on Arena 1.
Yep.
Trying to push that cube over and get some more points on the board for them. I'm not too sure what school that is, or what team that is. I know it's from Freedom just by the shirts, but I don't know what team that is. They're a little behind on the drivings.
And there is a lot of freedom teams. I am just going to assume it is either.
I think it's also on this page as well. Yep. Over on Arena 2 again. Got some more going.
There's some people under a table over there discussing about stuff.
It's the best place to strategize. That way no one can hear your plans.
Let's hope.
Over on Arena 2, another light up bot going there. It's making tracks as well. It's moving really fast. Well, not really fast, but, you know.
The iPads I've seen was very different from last year. Last year we just had a simple, like, school iPad.
Ooh.
Oofed it right into a wall.
I couldn't tell if that was going forwards or backwards. It did a complete 180 and still kept going forward.
Smart robot.
They're on Arena 1, though. They're trying to get some more points on the board for her. They probably don't have a lot of time left, though, on Arena 1. They probably need to get inside the end there.
Yeah. Either
They just need to be able
hurry
to-
up and get to the end or just call it.
They just need to be able to touch the
Are they
cube.
able to do it
They just need to be able
within
to touch
the
the
time
cube to
limit?
the 2, and they get the points.
Oh, the robot's doing a little spin off.
Popping a wheelie. Or a donut, rather.
They don't.
They're going to try to get to the end, looks like.
Man, it would be cool if it was doing a wheelie.
It's almost there, and it's in
There
there.
we go.
And they'll call time. Oh, they made it there on Arena 1 then.
Don't kill yourself, robot.
Do it, water bottle. Do it.
My water bottle just jumped off the table.
Over there on Arena 1 and 2, looks like. We're about to have some more come up. There's some more people on the weight deck. They might. Looks like the majority of them are done though. Good shot of the trophies there for you.
What is your thought about the little robot picture? I don't know what else to talk about. What is your little thought about the robot or the
Oh, the
poster?
design there?
Yeah,
Me or Eric?
Eric.
I think it's pretty cool.
Cut back over here to Arena 1. We got another robot coming up, and over there on Arena 2, both from Freedom Elementary. I would assume. Arena 2 is just moving.
Pretty fast,
Very fast, actually, for a robot.
For a robot,
Yeah,
yes.
they lost their grade shoe.
But
Unless
is
they
it
have
gonna
a
run
second
into a
grade
wall
shoe.
and mess up at last second?
I don't know, but they're picking up almost picked up a cube. They're
And
caught
they're
up on that
stuck
wall.
on a corner,
I don't know.
and they barely got
They got
through.
through it. There you go.
No, this is kind of nice.
This is good, huh?
Super official.
Eric.
Over here on Arena 1 now. This is looking like another coding one.
Another
Maybe,
freedom team.
hopefully.
I've noticed there's a lot of freedom people here.
There's about how many teams from Freedom? About 14 teams from Freedom.
From 14 teams from Freedom.
That's
Wow.
amazing. That's about as many as we had. Actually, more than you guys had last year at the event.
Yeah. And that's just for one school.
It's great to see this turnout, though. Really great.
Yeah. Last year, I think you could only have so much people on your team because of COVID and all.
So I've seen 4-person teams, 5-person teams. This one right here on Arena 1 looks like it might be a 5-person team.
Yeah, it's a 5-person team.
Yeah, you can only have 4.
Last year, I'm pretty sure you could only have 4. And so,
Looks like maybe another driving robot on Arena 1 there.
yep.
Over on Arena 2, however, though, they've got the big one moving. Those are the banner ones that we've seen before.
Oh, it went backwards.
It did. It's still going backwards.
Very cool,
That's
very
impressive. Well done. It looks like that one was by Pioneer Park.
cool. I wonder which one they're going to do next, creativity or engineering notebook.
And the engineering notebook one, can you remind us, like, that's of course, writing down everything that's going to happen in this competition, but can you elaborate, like, what they're going to be judging on that? Or do you know?
Well, I'm assuming that they're going to judge it off of how many steps you did and if you wrote everything down. Because they're going to probably look at your robot and look at your notebook and see what you wrote down about. Oh, it has a sphere.
They are driving on that one, and they're going to try to take that sphere the whole way.
They had to make sure they had to touch the
About to
2.
say, got to touch the 2, get those points. Should be another 2 around here somewhere, I think. Yep, there
Right
it is.
around the corner.
Touch that one, you're
A couple
good.
more inches, and then you're done.
I wonder if they're going to drop off the 2 there at the 4 and try to go back for a square maybe, or another cube, or the other
Another
sphere.
sphere, yeah.
That'd be a good strategy if they have enough time, but I don't know if they do. It's probably been about a minute and a half now, so their time is getting pretty short almost.
Yeah. I would at least try to go back and get a sphere and drag it to the other 2 before that happens.
I think they're just
And
going
then
to take
just
the
call
points.
time. Yeah.
Yeah, they're just going to take the points and call it good. Over on Arena 2, though, we've got some more going on. I'm seeing a robot looks like just do some circles there. Spin a couple donuts.
Nothing can go wrong with a couple of donuts.
That they cannot. They got a perfect score on Arena 1 just now.
Very good.
Well
Very
done
good.
for them.
Awesome job. Eric, you've been more than quiet.
Been pretty quiet since your lunch break, Eric.
Yep. And when you do talk, it's only yep, nope, maybe, so.
Cody.
Coding.
Well, in the meantime, guys, these students have obviously, spent a lot of time working on their robots, and you guys would know best about that just by how much time y'all have spent. Last year, whenever you guys won for Pat Henry, just how long do you guys think it really took some of these guys? Because there's a lot of pretty elaborate designs here. How long do you guys think that takes to build?
Well, it also depends when they start. But a couple, if they started and they had 5 months to start, then it would probably take them about 2 months to do all the coding and then practice how to drive and building and doing it correctly, and building their designs, decorating it. So about 2 months.
Okay.
And if they only have 1 month to design, then they would have to just do it real quick and maybe a little sloppy.
And over here on Arena 2, they almost had it there. They got a little over halfway there.
Still good, still good.
Halfway is better than nowhere.
Yeah. And they can call time anytime they want.
And they can. Haven't had a lot of action on Arena 1 recently, though. Maybe we'll see something pop up here soon.
Maybe.
We will be done with the coding event here pretty quickly, I would imagine. In the next 10, 15 minutes, most likely.
Eric, out of all of these teams, out of like freedom, Pat Henry. Which school is your favorite? And you can't say Pat Henry.
Pat Henry?
You can't say Pat Henry.
Henry Pat.
Yeah, Henry Pat.
You can't say anything that says Henry or Pat.
Jaguars.
You can't say anything with their mascots either. You can't say their school colors, and you can't sing the school creed.
Good choice, good choice. Over on Arena 1, though, we're seeing, looks like the big paper one again that we saw a little while ago. Over on
Very
Arena 2,
cool.
they already had another run-through go.
Rainbow.
That's the rainbow one. They're in there, though. Over on Arena 1, they are moving quickly. There is only one team with a perfect driving score that we were just told. Well done to them.
Well done, well done. They have a perfect driving score, so we've heard.
Back over here on Arena 1 now. They're picking it up. Something gone wrong with the coding, looks like.
Anyway, Eric.
Yes.
I don't know. Just name something. Do something. You have to speak.
Chickpeas.
Chicken nugget.
Cheeseburgers.
It's from where?
Sushi.
Sushi? Sus?
Sushi.
Oh, sushi. From where?
So do you guys know how much? So do you guys know how much time it takes for the teams to get their robots through the challenge field for the coding? We know it's 3 minutes.
Well, that's their time limit. So, I mean, it just depends how good the code is. If the code is very good, then, like, it should take, like, a minute or so. That's fun. But if the code is very long and difficult, then, yeah.
Sounds good. Well, guys, we are winding down here on this competition now.
Everyone's about seated down, so
Everybody's about seated down. It's been an exciting day. A lot of great
a
robots. we've
very,
seen today.
very long, tiring day.
It's been a long, tiring day, but all their hard work is paying off today.
What was that?
Somebody
Where
sneezed.
are you going to talk?
Final scores will be announced here soon, and winners will be crowned. If everybody can make their way back to their seats.
What she said she did.
Everyone,
I went to
make
every-
it back to their seats, please.
Thank you.
To your seats.
That is a million. It's a goodness to me.
Only the best for you, Michael. Let's hope it comes off.
I don't know if the turbo is going to fit in my car.
Nice job, Pat Henry.
Nice
Let's
job,
hope
Pat
Pat-
Henry. Nice job to all the rest of the schools there, too.
Let's hope at least Pat Henry wins at least once this year again. Let's hope.
My co-hosts might be a little biased.
Just a little.
Because this one has the winner. Let's do it. We'll do it after action. I think there should be a choreographed dance for They can do it.
Well, like we mentioned before, we are winding down here at the LRC for the second annual robotics competition for Lawton Public Schools. In just a few moments, we will get the final scores and the winners announced. It's coming up here shortly. So stay tuned.
Get off your phone, Aaron.
Mind your business, Eric.
You wouldn't know which faces to bring.
Fashion center. We're done with this phone. Fashion center. The confession stand.
Our co-host Eric already knows where he's going to go after this.
You
Great
just had
decision.
lunch.
Because there's like a
There's
pepper
M&Ms in
thing.
there, Mom.
I forgot to see it.
You do know my mom packed us lunch? Yes.
I'll still get some from the confession center.
With your own money?
You want some too? There you go. Here's $7. Yeah, I got
Do we have
this.
And here we go. We are about to announce them
Discuss.
very soon.
Very
Thought so. We will see here just momentarily. Just a few moments. As the judges tally up the rest of the scores.
As the clock is ticking, the judges are counting up the scores. Everyone is curious who will win.
Yep.
I'm hoping it's a school, a certain school, but I'm not gonna say.
Go with you.
Yeah, but Henry. You can do it.
Any Pat Henry team.
In the meantime, we'd go ahead and like to thank you all for being here today. Students, parents, people watching online. You guys are a big part of what we do, and we could not do it without you, especially you parents, for, like they said before, always encouraging your kids and being with them and making sure that they are
Happy.
set to go for this. And to you, the people watching online or here in person, thank you again for your viewership. We truly, really appreciate it. And we would not be able to do what we do without you guys.
Nope.
You can tell it's been a minute since anybody's touched the screen in the back. It just turned off.
Yep.
Going back to the home screen.
This is a very
And
long
as you can
deliberation
tell,
period.
It is 12:30 and like 40 minutes ago it was 11:50. So,
They should be starting
and
the.
we started at 10, so it's been about 2 hours and a half. That is a long time.
They should be starting the design trophy.
The design show thing. Is that what you're gonna call it?
So the design trophy.
Oh, the design trophy.
So are each of those trophies, do you guys think, are those each one for a different thing? I'm seeing like a controller on
The
one.
controllers for the driving, the computers for coding, the stars for creativity, and the little
Oh, I see it.
and the little metal thing is for engineering notebook. Yep.
Interesting.
And the creativity trophy is different from last year, I'm pretty sure. Last year, it was like, I don't know what it was last year. Forgot. So I'm pretty sure it was not a star.
We'd also like to give a shout out to all the volunteers, judges, everyone that
And all the
helped out here
teachers.
to help make all this happen.
Like
It was a
Mrs.
great
Fiedler.
event.
And people are walking in with pizza.
Yeah, there you go. Some celebration pizza.
Wow.
Not sponsored by Little Caesars.
Totally.
Totally that.
We'd like to point that out.
I mean, technically, we didn't even tell them the pizza
And
name.
6 boxes of pizza. 7.
You already had lunch.
Yeah.
I want
Put
some
that on the
pizza.
concession stand. I'll go.
Yeah, me too. Let's do a little bit of ASMR.
I'm gonna laugh if that.
Bottle crinkle.
Hopefully not too much longer for us here, guys. We do apologize for the wait. Looks like it's about time, though.
Just about. Just about.
And here we go, sending it back over to Doris for the presentation of the trophies and the announcement of the winners.
Yep.
And then third place, and then fourth place. Same thing? Yeah, we're not doing fourth place. Because I didn't write down second. Okay. So, if you want to do, we'll do creativity and, we'll do third.
She wants to do a picture of everybody. Can you do a panoramic? Panoramic on the iPhone. All right, we are about ready to start our award ceremony. While they're taking a picture, I want you guys to know they did so well. I mean, just beyond. They coded, they drove. I heard a lot of great cheering each other on. There was a lot of team spirit, a lot of kind words. And everybody is a winner when you try. So I think everybody did a great job. So we're gonna start here in just a minute once he's done. And we will first award the winners for the creativity contest. Okay, so the award for creativity, we're gonna go with third place first. Give me a minute, because I'm not coordinated. Okay, third place for creativity is the Mighty Hawks from Ridgecrest. Come on down, Ridgecrest, Mighty Hawks. You stand over here. All right, did we get them? Are they still coming? Did we get the Mighty Hawks? Where are the Mighty Hawks? Come on, Mighty Hawks. Come on. Take your bell, guys. Congratulations. That is fantastic. She has your ribbon for you. Third place in creativity. I love it. Great job. You want to come stand right here? And we'll do a picture right there. Smile. Say hi to everybody that's watching. Say. We're good. Okay, smile. All right, great job. Have a seat. All right. Again, great job. All right, second place for creativity goes to the Gucci Potatoes at Pat Henry. The Gucci Potatoes. Come on down, Gucci Potatoes. There's no mashed potatoes here today. They are Gucci. Come on, girls. Their name is even come over here. Come on. Come on. Come stand over here. Wave at everybody. Ready? Take a picture. So proud of you. All right, good job, girls. Way to go, way to go. All right, and I'm going to tell you, when I ordered the trophies for these, I found the trophy for creativity, and I thought, this is the coolest trophy. And honestly, I thought it was the same size as the other ones. You want to show it? Show it to the parents too. But it's little, but it's the coolest. And you know, as a short person, I'm going to say, just because we're little doesn't mean we're not the coolest. So, the Creativity Award for first place, who gets this really awesome trophy and medals, goes to Robo Team from Whittier. She's gonna give you a medal, and then I want you to hold that trophy up, smile real big. That is fantastic. Good job, guys, good job, good job. All right, so now we're gonna award the awards for our engineering notebook contest, okay? The engineering notebook goes into their brainstorming, their design, their ideas. So we went, and third place goes to the Falcon Robotics at Cleveland Elementary. Falcon Robotics, let's go team, great job. Come on, Falcons. So proud of you. Come over here, she's gonna give you your ribbons. I want you to stand right here in front of that sign. There you go, get your ribbon. Get your ribbon, all right. And then smile. You guys did so good. All right, great job, great job. Go have a seat. Good job, guys. All right, second place for engineering notebook goes to Robo Team from Whittier. Robo Team. I am so glad I did not have to be a judge, because these guys are rocking it today. All right, this is for the engineering notebook. He said, what was this for? Hold it up and look at the camera and smile. Great job, guys, good job. All right. Our first place winner for the engineering notebook goes to the Crosby Crawlers from Crosby Elementary. Yes, give them a hand. Come on, Crosby Crawlers. Are they gonna crawl up here? What's happening? Did they leave? Crosby Crawlers. Good job, first place. She's gonna give you a medal, and I want you to stand up here and get a picture in front of the sign, okay? Come down a little bit further. There you go. You can step on my papers. Just step on, it's okay. All right, you wanna put it on? Show them proud. Step this way a little bit, there you go. There you go, ready? Smile. Another round of applause, first place. Good job, guys. All right. The next competition we're going to award is going to go for the driving competition. We had a lot of really high points for driving. These guys got really creative to get those extra points. So, third place for driving competition with the most points and the lowest time goes to the Falcon Robotics. Falcon Robotics. Great job. Come get a ribbon and come stand in front of here. There you go. You guys are rocking it. Look at you. Aren't you glad you didn't leave? Okay, smile and look at your teacher. Look at your teacher, smile. Great job, Falcons. Them Cleveland Falcons. Awesome, all right. Second place for driving with the highest score and shortest time, which goes to the Sith Lords. Sith Lords. I believe that's Freedom. Freedom Elementary. Good job, guys. All right, she's gonna give you your ribbon and stand up there in front of there. Hurry, hurry. All right, scooch over that way a little bit. He's gonna take a picture. Move, move, move. There you go. All right, look over and smile. Great job. Another round of applause. Second place. Good job. All right. First place driving with the shortest overall time and most overall points. We've got our driving trophy here ready. This goes to the Soul Stealers from Freedom. The Soul Stealers. Okay, somebody hold the trophy. Don't be scared, move over that way a little bit. And then she's gonna hand you your medals. You gonna put it on your neck? You don't have to. All right.
You can take your glasses off if you want, but you don't have to.
All right, smile. So proud of you guys. All right, we're good. Let's go. Good job. First place. All right, fantastic. Okay. So this is the hard one. This is the one, guys. This is the one that makes us cry because you work so hard on that code and you try again and again and you have to keep going back and changing it. And it takes so much perseverance to get a code right. And I know I saw it out there today. Okay. Third place for our coding goes to Instant Karma, Ridgecrest. Instant Karma. Let's go, guys. All right, Instant Karma, come get your ribbons and come stand in front of the sign. There you go. Good job. All right. All right, good job. Great job, Instant Karma. All right, for our second place for coding, that means their code went all the way. They had the most points in short time. Second place goes to Lincoln Smarties. And, hold on. And Soul Stealers from Freedom. We had a tie, so it was Lincoln Smarties and the Soul Stealers. Both had second place. They had the exact amount of points and time. Right here. Soul Stealers. Yeah. I think you're the only one that had Soul Stealers. It's a unique name. Okay, you good? Come on. All right, she's gonna hand you a ribbon. Here, can you come in here like this and go like this? Come up here and go like that. There you go. Like, touch your knees like this. Scooch a little bit, little bit, little bit. Come over this way. There you go. And just, there you go. Great job, great job. You guys worked so hard, good job, all right. Way to go, way to go. Okay, the moment we've all been waiting for. The final first place for coding. This one is so awesome. This one's the one that's hardest for us, so I'm going to say this team, not only did they do fantastic, but they were so nice to everybody. I was listening to them and they were cheering everybody on. It was beautiful. All right, are we ready? Without further ado, first place for coding goes to AJK from Lincoln. AJK from Lincoln. You guys had the fastest code all the way through. I even think you guys got some of the extra points. All right, come on over. Come in front of the sign. Smile, you guys deserve it. Look at those smiles, I love it. All right, great job, guys. What? Okay. All right. I want to thank everybody for coming out. It was a great day. It was like we are just so close to the time. I can't believe I scheduled so perfectly. I'm so awesome. Just pat myself. Last year I did not grade on time. So awesome. Thank you guys for coming out. Thank you for supporting the kids. Thank you LRC for hosting. Thank you to our media center people for taking pictures and videotaping us, because we run around like chicken like crazy and they have to follow us around, and that is never fun, I know, sorry. Thank you so much to our announcer and our two that got up and left. There were kids here that went and they were in the teams last year, if you didn't know. And so if you guys decide to choose when you go to middle school to come back and help and be announcers, you are always awesome, welcome to do that, all right? Thank you to our judges, because without them, I would have to judge everything and that would be bad for all involved. Thank you to our volunteers who bought some stuff at the concession stand. Woo! Give the concession stand people a hand! Yes! Yes! Thank you, Miss Dalia, you rock. Our person who put all of our points in and like kept up with us the whole time was Miss Chris Bird. Everybody say thank you, Miss Chris Bird. Take a bow, Miss Bird. She's back. Her back is to us. She's not listening. It's all right. We love you anyway. And our other judge who was at the second table was Michael Anderson. Michael, stand up and wave. Michael. Thank you, Michael. All right, guys. I appreciate you coming. I know the kids have to get back. Everybody was great. I hope next year is double the fun and even more kids. So thank you for coming out. I'm going to pass it on over.
And thank you all for coming. It's been great, been real fun. Signing off here from the LRC, I'm Mark Lowe, and you're watching LPS TV.